So shelf management is all about the presentation. As I've just discussed about the appealing presentation, about the attractive presentation, about the uniformity in the presentation, that is the key part in the presentation. Let me discuss with you the presentation, and then we are going to discuss about the basic principles of presentations, because that is of course the key in shelf management. So first of all, as a presentation, if you see, so your presentation has to create attractive, uniform and easily accessible presentation in a very structured way. So the objective of the retailer is to create attractive, uniform, easily accessible, more structured presentation for your customer. And normally it is well said that if the products are properly displayed, it is very easy to sell them, because the product speaks, the presentation speaks at its own. Let's come and buy this product for that particular customer. So for example, you have two examples here for food and one for non-food. So examples of food, now you can see the example which is there for food, which is here. So this example is attractive because if you go to this area to buy vegetables or fruits, you see a uniformity in the presentation. You see the products are easily accessible because the customer has trolley or customer is moving without trolley. It should be easily accessible to the customer. And the display is structured. It is not unorganized like open markets. If you have visited the mandis or markets where you see the unstructured way of selling this product, you can easily identify or categorize the difference between a presented display and a non-presented display, between a structured display and between a non-structured display. Same is an example of non-food. So again, if you see the example of paper here or example of other display here in the non-food area. So in the non-food area, it is again very attractive. It is uniformity. You will see uniformity here is easily accessible to the customer. The products are very easily available and accessible to the customer, and the products are made available in a very structured way. The pricing is very clear, very transparent. The customer knows about it. Even the description of the products are very clear. So it is all about presentation, and if your products are well presented, if you yourself is well presented, of course you are able to sell the products and of course yourself also. So create attractive, uniform and easily accessible presentation in a structured way is a presentation. It will result into optimization of sales area and the product displays. It will result, of course, in the increase in sales, and increase in sales will result in this store's overall results, store's overall KPIs, which includes sales, productivity, of course turnover, of course invoicing, of course stock inventory. So everything and anything is related to, relevant to the product presentation. Now we are going to discuss about the basic principles of presentation. So there are 16 basic principles which of the presentation, which is the key for shelf management. So first of all, the first basic principle is creating thematic world. So in the retail store, while presenting the products, you need to create some theme of the products. Either this theme is by color or by product family or by size of the product. So, or maybe by some any other factor. So the first basic principle of the presentation is to create the thematic world. The second basic principle is allow an open atmosphere. Especially for the fresh products, fresh food products, you have to allow an open atmosphere. You have seen meat segment, you have seen bakery segments, you have seen fish segment. So fruits and vegetable segment, they are all fresh food areas. So you need to create some open atmosphere so that the customer can get the good feel of the presentation. The third principle is about create visually appealing displays with regard to color, product type, category. So the displays should be visually appealing for the customers. Fourth principle is about mass merchandising. So you need to do mass merchandising. The products has to be displayed in bulk. The products has to be displayed in large quantities, because once you do that strategy, of course it gives more attraction to the customer. Then you need to ensure easy handling. The products should be easily handled by the customer. The product should be presented per product family. The product should be presented as per the size of packaging. For example, at the top maybe you will place the smallest size, and at the bottom maybe you will place the largest size. So as per sizes, as per packaging of the size of the packaging, you have to display as per the product families. In order to avoid the contamination and everything, you have to display. For example, tea has to be displayed with tea, coffee has to be displayed with coffee category, or tea and coffee together as a family. Not, for example, detergents with tea or detergents with coffee. So the product has to be presented in the product family. The product has to be presented in the packaging, proper packaging segment. Also, at 8th principle, that you have to maintain product placements. You have to ensure that products are placed properly and then you maintain them regularly. 9th principle is about turn article labels to the front. So the labeling of the articles should be in front so that the customer can easily see these articles and the description of these articles and the pricing of these articles. The 10th principle is about do not present articles too high with respect to accessibility, with respect to visibility. So if the products are presented too high above the eye level, of course customer will not be able to see that and you will not be able to sell these products. And products should be easily accessible also. There should not be situation that customer want to buy it but the products are not accessible. 11th principle is use appropriate equipment to present your product. For example, if you are going to present products on the pallets, so you need to give proper palletized area. You need to have proper pallets to display your product. Do not place articles on the floor. It is one of the basic principles that the products, the articles should not be directly placed on the floor. Means if they are on the floor, there has to have either shelves or pallets under it. Otherwise, directly no product have an access to the floor surface. Next principle is about make sure all information is visible within 5-second principle. What is 5-second principle? That within 5 seconds, the customer should be able to identify the sample. He will be able to see the price. He can easily identify the product information. He can easily see the stock of that product. So 5 seconds, 4 basic information has to be clearly available for the customer. The 14th principle of presentation is about creating powerful presentations. The presentations should be eye catchers. These presentations should be massive. The presentations should be full face. For example, full aisle or full bay presentation or massive V-end cap displays or the massive gondolas will really give a powerful impression of the presentation. So the 15th principle is about encouraging impulse buying. So you need to see the cross-merchandising perspective into consideration that ensure that at the point of sale, you need to have all impulsive product. For example, chocolates, for example, candies, for example, cigarettes. So all such products which are impulse buying, they are there, very much there. And you need to also encourage, as a 15th principle of presentation, the cross-merchandising. So 16th and last basic principle of presentation is about choosing the right location for the right product. So the product location is very important. Even your display is very right. So you have to ensure the right display, and that right display should be at the right location in order to get the proper feedback and results from the customer.